right, and we're back, and we just had maybe the most epic peace out of all time that I've ever seen. Have you ever seen anything crazier than what happened last weekend?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head. So, with that, we will be reviewing the Week 17 games, and we will be making our predictions for the final games of the season. And there's not that many that matter, so we're going to focus on those a little bit more. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright, I'm a little worried here because for some reason I'm not seeing things pop up on Twitch, so I don't know. You see something? You check your phone real quick? This is weird. Because supposedly it's supposed to pop up here, right? It's supposed to pop up. It's supposed to do oh, there you go. Okay, we're good. We're good. So, let's see.
At first I thought you were talking about Big Ben's last game in Pittsburgh. I was like, it wasn't that epic. The game kind of sucked.
No.
I was like, oh yeah, the other thing.
The other thing, probably the funnest thing I've seen happen in the NFL for a while. But before we get into all that stuff, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World on YouTube and on Twitch, streaming live at 12:30. Just today and tomorrow, I guess. Friday, I'm going to do a pre-recorded thing. So if you want to join me, be a part of the chat, you can do it there. Again, 12:30 p.m. Pacific. If you want to send me something privately, you can always do that on Instagram at Super Dario World or at Dario SDW. Like, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. It really helps me out. But let's get into it. Let's get into the last week of the... Oh, I guess before we get into the last week, we have to break down all the weeks, the games of the previous week. We're going to break down the playoff picture. And it's been a wild season overall.
It's very bizarre.
It's been an extremely bizarre season. I don't remember a season with this many upsets of this caliber. It kind of tapered down a little bit towards the end of the season. The only one that really stands out is the Cardinals and the Lions and the fucking Chargers and the stupid Texans. But it's been bizarre. And to cap it all off, the bizarrest thing that happened and that I've seen happen in the NFL for a very long time is Antonio Brown just taking off his uniform, taking off his shirt, taking off his gloves, throwing them at the crowd, and quitting. Like, that's probably the most epic way to quit I've ever seen anybody, and it's kind of what I want to do now. Like, if I'm quitting my next job, it's like I'm taking my shirt off, throwing at clients, and just walking the fuck out of there.
You're just going to be on a live stream, be like, you know what? Fuck this channel, I'm gone.
Yeah, like, you know what? Fuck all you guys.
You leave the stream running.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm quitting against myself, so I'm gonna throw the shirt and I'm gonna catch it at the same time because I'm both I'm both people. And so, yeah, it was fucking bizarre, but it was awesome to watch. Honestly, like, Antonio Brown has probably been worth every single penny for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just for the entertainment value alone. That man was a roller coaster. What was the stupid thing that he did with COVID? Fake his vaccines. And get caught?
How did you get caught? Seriously, it's the easiest fucking thing to fake. Allegedly,
dude. It's fucking insanity. But it's pretty funny because 2-3 weeks ago, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the best wide receiving room in the league. They had Chris Evans, Godwin, and Antonio Brown. That's the best trio of wide receivers in the league. Now, Godwin's out for the season. Antonio Brown just got the fuck out of there. And I want to break this down. I want you to think about this. They're in the middle of a game, right? It's the third quarter. It's not lost yet. You have the GOAT there as your quarterback.
They are losing, but
their season, they are already clinched the playoff spot. So he's leading a playoff team. They're the Super Bowl defending champions. They have the GOAT, and he still said, fuck all this shit, man. That man needs medication. Holy shit.
I don't think it had to do with how they were doing in the game.
Well, what do you think? Do you think just he snapped? It was something that...
I mean, look, we have said before, AB is probably the dumbest guy to ever be in the NFL ever.
It's probable.
And
at this point,
saying something.
Listen,
there have been some dumb people.
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, anybody?
Yeah, Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. And so
Ray Lewis killed a man.
Well, but that doesn't make him stupid.
Well, I guess he got caught.
Well, then that makes him stupid. Well, if we're talking about that, then we know somebody who did not get caught for that.
But if he did,
he did. And if he wrote a book about it, dumb
no, that was the
motherfucker.
smartest man that ever existed in the NFL. He's like, fuck you. Not only did it, I'm gonna confess in my book. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, the point is, wow, like what could make a man quit? And you know what's crazy? Supposedly, from what I heard, the head coach Bruce Arians was telling AB, get back on the field. We need you, get back on the field.
Yeah, he was saying something. He had something with his ankle, right?
I don't know what's happening, but usually wide receivers they're pissed because they're not throwing me the ball. I'm getting benched or whatever. This guy, they were asking him get on the field, and he was like, "Fuck you, I quit. I don't care that we won the Super Bowl. I don't care that I have the GOAT. I don't care that my career's kind of like in the fritz. Fuck all this shit. And not only am I quitting, I'm making a fucking scene. The craziest fucking scene I've seen on the field. You know, he almost got arrested because the guards that were not on the field,
They thought it was a fan.
Yeah, they thought it was a crazy fan running around naked.
Until they saw him being buff as hell, they were like, wait a minute.
Wait.
This isn't a normal person.
No.
And it was not.
It's not that he was buff, it's that they saw the insanity in his eyes.
Yeah, like, I ain't touching him.
No, who knows what he's capable of doing? He's a mad lad. Even crazier still.
Did they get the Bucks for 12 men on the field?
I don't know, but dude, this gets even crazier if you think about it. He's not even in freaking Tampa Bay. He doesn't have a car. He's in New York City. What is he gonna do? Uber the fuck out of there? You're Antonio Brown. You don't have a shirt. What the fuck are you doing?
He didn't even leave with his wallet.
He left his wallet behind?
Yeah.
Dude, if I was that Uber driver, I'd be recording every second of it. That thing's gonna go viral like shit. You're gonna be able to sell that like crazy.
Well, apparently he's doing
What
cameos
the
now.
fuck? He's doing cameos?
Yeah.
See, now that might be actually worth the
For like,
investment. Just
for
see
like
the
300
insanity.
bucks.
Oh, that's not. I'm paying $300 for that. I already got it for free. So the thing here is anybody gonna pick Antonio Brown up? He is one of the best wide receivers in the league.
He's too much of a liability, I think.
Well, here's the thing, and I was arguing this with a coworker.
It's a man who snapped in the middle of a game.
He's clearly, honestly, we make a lot of fun of it, but clearly he's a guy who needs help. Clearly.
Yes, but I don't feel bad about him.
Well, because he's rich.
I know,
And he has access to all the help in the world.
Listen, I hate when people put all these excuses for just this type of insane behavior.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, oh, I mean, he's clearly, kind of cuckoo up there. It's like, yeah, but he's had more than enough chances to, help that out.
I mean, clearly the man needs medication.
The man lived with Tom Brady.
Yeah. And listen,
And if there's somebody who's a pretty good, lifestyle guru, living the healthiest possible,
go Christian Bohr.
it's going to be Brady.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, man, are you going to let that much talent just, walk off the NFL? Somebody's going to need him. Somebody's going to need a wide receiver. And I think who needs the wide receiver right now is Tampa Bay. But, like there's teams who just don't give a fuck. Like, the Patriots don't give a fuck. The Cowboys don't give a fuck.
No, Belichick won't take him.
The Cowboys, you think?
Nah.
Really?
I think
they just lost Gallup, didn't they?
Did they?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I feel like it's kind of like the Deshaun situation.
But he didn't do anything wrong, per se. He did something insane. And honestly, unprofessional. That's the worst part here. It was unprofessional.
Honestly, I think that might be the biggest thing. If he just decided to not play at all.
Yeah. Just quietly walk off the field like I'm done.
Yeah, that would have been different. But he made a big scene out of it. It would look really bad for any team trying to get it.
I don't know, but let's say, for example, let's say the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're trying to sell some tickets. You're like, hey, how about if we get Antonio Brown here just for a game? Let's see what would happen just for the lulz. It's one of those things that I think that somebody's gonna pick him up. All right,
I think he's had too many second chances. Like, he had his second chance when he went to the Patriots, and he fucked that up.
Well, the thing is,
then he had another second chance.
The problem is all the fucking talent. I mean, the dude was ripping it on the field.
Yeah, but that talent is worth shit if he's
If it ain't there.
gonna be gone in the middle of a game when you're losing.
That is true. So it's one of those things like, all right, he's going to have to, I don't know, say, all right, I'm going to therapy and all this stuff. Otherwise, I don't see it happening. So he's going to have to do like a major PR thing. After that, maybe he'll come back. But I think there's still a possibility.
The guy should be in a loony bin. All right.
If he wasn't that talented, he probably would be.
Yeah.
But all the memes that came out of this were fucking hysterical. Like, there's a bunch of memes. I don't know, like a black dude in his underwear just holding onto the wing of a plane, like Antonio Brown trying to hitch a ride with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Or like, there's a picture of a black dude just naked, just running in the middle of the highway, like Antonio Brown leaving the and it's one of those things. Like, man, why are there so many pictures of black guys running down the street naked? Like, why is this a thing?
It's just Florida, man.
So yeah, now this leads into an interesting conversation, or an interesting question. With Antonio Brown out, gone, and
is he officially cut from the Bucs?
Yeah, Bruce Arians said immediately, "I'm not talking about Antonio Brown. He's not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer anymore." So,
he said he's no longer a Buck.
Well, that means he's
I know,
not in the team.
But that doesn't mean he was officially released.
Well,
right?
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming he was. Like, when you quit, they can't hold you hostage.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well, the league does have really dumb rules, so maybe.
And also, I mean, he was. Who would? I'm guessing he's gonna get fined by somebody because he broke a contract.
I'm guessing.
Like, I don't think you're supposed. I don't think you're allowed to leave in the middle of a game.
But listen, maybe there's no rule about it yet. There's gonna be one now. It's gonna be called the Antonio Brown rule. Can't quit in the middle of the game and strip halfway. Yeah, and strip in the middle of the game. So
I have no idea what the situation's wild.
Well, anyway, so Antonio Brown's out. Chris Godwin's out. So
funny enough, now they have one of the best tight end cores in the NFL.
Brayton and yeah. So the interesting question here is, what's the best wide receiver group? What team has the best wide receiver group now in the NFL? Now in the AFC, I think it might be the Bengals, and I agree with you. The Packers have a solid receiving core. That freaking Devontae Adams, how's the man always open? How is he always open? Like it's
the Kelsey effect. It's like, I mean, it's not hard to throw the ball to him. He's just open.
Yeah, like why don't you just block that man? Yeah. He's like right there. Just block him.
Just
but no.
Stop him.
Yeah, but dude, it's so yeah. We agree. So to me, it's between the Bengals or the Packers.
You can make an argument for the Rams if they still had Woods.
I guess.
Like, imagine Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, freaking Odell out there.
Yeah. So I guess, but they don't have Woods. So there you go.
Well, Cooper Kupp more than picks up the slack.
More than anybody else. So here we go. Let's see the playoff picture as it currently stands.
Do you think AB comes back for the playoffs for some team?
That's what I was telling you. I mean,
no, I'm asking you.
All right, listen. If I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I would not let go of his contract just so that he can't play against anybody else, because I don't want to go against Antonio Brown in the playoffs. And let me just look that up. Did Antonio Brown get released? Yeah. Antonio Brown reportedly has not been released by Buccaneers a day ago. Yeah. So if I'm the Buccaneers, I won't release him just because I don't want to play him. So that and that's smart. It's playing, it's takeaway. When you play fantasy football, sometimes you don't trade a good guy on your bench. If you have, I don't know, let's say Travis Kelce and George Kittle, you could trade one of those, right? Because you got the best tight end in the league. But you don't want to trade the second best tight end in the league, because you're like, hey, I don't want to play against the second best tight end in the league. I want to make sure that you can. He's in the bench.
You want to hoard the talent.
Exactly. I don't want you to have him. But anyway, so let's check out the playoff picture as it currently stands. As of right now,
we did the math.
We
figured it out.
This is actually pretty insane math. So first off, let's go through the AFC, the AFC playoff picture. There's 5 teams that have clinched already. We got a number 1, the Tennessee Titans at 11-5, the Chiefs at number 2 with 11-5, the Bengals at number 3, 10-6, Bills number 4 at 10-6, Patriots at 10-6 at number 5 at 10-6. Then in the hunt, we have the Indianapolis Colts sitting at 9-7. At 7, the Los Angeles Chargers at 9-7. So if the season ended with week 17 like it usually does, those are the teams that would be in. Unfortunately, there's still one more game to go, and so the teams that are still alive in the AFC are the Raiders at 9-7, the Steelers at 8-7-1, and the Ravens at 8-8. And I don't understand how the Ravens are still alive. Okay, I guess it's because the Steelers and the Ravens are playing each other.
Also, we did figure out they have the tiebreaker to the Chargers.
Yeah, the Ravens. Okay, so there's there's a lot of crazy scenarios here. So let's cover the easy one.
First off, let's cover the funny one.
All right.
If the Colts lose to the Jaguars,
All right. So
the Chargers and the Raiders could mutually agree to just
take a knee the
entire game, and they would tie, and they would both go into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they have the tiebreakers to the Colts.
Yeah, which is insane if you think about it. But
it's pretty hilarious.
yeah, but it depends on the Colts losing to the Jaguars, which is not insane.
Which is not impossible. I think they've lost like 3 straight to them in Jacksonville.
Yeah, in Jacksonville. So it's not crazy.
Yeah,
it's not crazy. Anyway, so let's go through the easy ones right now for the first seed, the coveted first seed in the AFC, because you're the only team that gets a bye week right now. Titans are sitting pretty at number 1.
Playing the Texans.
They're playing the Texans now. They have something to play for here, and what they have to, because usually some teams they're like, fuck it, I'll just bench my starters or whatever. I want my team to recover. But if you get that bye week, that means that you have another week for Derrick Henry to come back. You want Derrick Henry because the Titans are a scary team. I expected this team to die so many times, but their defense has kept them in there. With Brown in there, it's a completely different offense.
Don't forget Tannehill.
Tannehill with Brown on the field is a completely different quarterback too. So imagine with Brown and Derrick Henry, that team is a championship caliber team. So I don't think they're gonna let their foot off the pedal here, and the Texans have nothing to play for.
They're gonna have the return of the king.
Yeah. So
I mean, they are divisional rivals, so they could play spoiler.
They could play, but
that is the motivation for basically all of these teams.
Yeah. So that's the Titans.
You think that's why they have all the divisional games at the end?
Probably.
So that games don't get boring because, the players don't care. It's like the teams that are already out, they have a motivation to screw over their divisional rivals.
Maybe. It makes sense. Next, number 2, we have the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing the Broncos. They could lose. And so there's a possibility of the Bengals jumping over them because they have the tiebreaker. These, honestly, they're not that interesting. So the next ones that are interesting are the Bills and the Patriots, because these two could flip-flop. The Patriots and Bills, it's not clinched yet. However, the Bills go up against the Jets, which is an easier game than the Patriots taking down the Dolphins. So we'll see how that goes. And then we have the two teams on the hunt are the Colts and the Chargers. So the Colts are up against the Jaguars, which should be an easy game, except that for some reason they can't win in Jacksonville. And the Chargers up against the Raiders, which is the last game of the season. The final game of the season.
There's no Monday?
There's no Monday. So the final game of the season is this Sunday. Raiders versus Chargers in Las Vegas.
Win and you're in.
Win and you're in, or tie and you're in if the Colts lost. So,
which is funny.
So by the time that game plays, we should already know the fate of the Steelers and the Ravens, because the Steelers and the Ravens play each other. We should know the fate of the Colts, because basically if the Colts win, the Steelers and the Ravens are out. So, or
it's really
no, because the Ravens could still if the Colts win, Steelers and Ravens are out, because the Raiders have a tiebreaker against the Ravens, right?
Do they?
Actually, no. It's stupid because the Raiders and Chargers, one of them is going to go up to 10.
Yeah, they're going to be a game ahead anyways.
Yeah. So either way, the big game.
It's about who has the tiebreaker with the Colts.
Yeah. So the two most important games are the Colts versus the Jaguars and the Steelers versus Ravens, and then after that it will be the Steelers. It'll be the Raiders versus the Chargers. Nothing else pretty much matters the rest of the week, and we'll break that down next week in a few minutes. Over on the NFC side, we have the number 1 seed who's clenched. I think nobody can take down the Packers at this point.
No, we
got the Packers.
They have the tiebreaker with the Rams,
sitting pretty at 13-3, so they're probably going to bench everybody. I would bench everybody at this point. I mean,
Rodgers said he wanted to play.
He's a fucking because he's going for the MVP.
Yeah,
that might be the only thing. And still, I'm not even sure if I would go for it. You'd want to. Well, they have a bye week. And they're going to get the bye week.
Well, there's also the argument of, do you really want to rest your guys that much?
It would be 2 weeks of resting.
You lose momentum. Do
you want to risk Devontae Adams getting injured against the fucking Lions? Like, Aaron Rodgers has a broken toe.
I mean, just the thing is that toe is not going to get it any better until he gets surgery. So may as well keep trying. Keep giving guys reps and stuff. Keep them warm.
Maybe.
You know, keep them in the routine.
Yeah.
They're
but
still going to have 2 weeks of rest.
either way, the first seed in the NFC is not contested anymore. It's the Packers. There's nobody can bring them down. The rest of the playoff picture is actually pretty interesting. Now there's 2 teams that are still on the hunt. There's 6 teams that have clinched. So teams that have clinched, you got number 1 seed the Packers at 13-3, number 2 seed the Rams at 12-4, number 3 seed the Buccaneers at 12-4, the number 4 seed the Cowboys at 11-5, number 5 seed the Arizona Cardinals at 11-5, which I don't know why the Cowboys are above the Cardinals.
Because the Cowboys won their division.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a divisional one. It makes there you go. That makes sense. And
If the Cardinals win their division, they will be above the Cowboys.
okay, number 7, the 7 seed. You got this is the 6th seed. You got the Eagles at 9-7, and in the hunt is the 49ers at 9-7. Right now, currently they're in, and the New Orleans Saints sitting at 8-8 right now on the bubble to see if they come in.
Wait,
Honestly,
so the 6th seed is the one that's in the hunt?
yeah.
Because the 49ers have a tiebreaker to the Eagles, I think?
I think the Eagles have the tiebreaker to the 49ers. Otherwise,
Then why are they in 7th and not in 6th?
listen, I don't understand. Listen, the Eagles and the 49ers are both at 9-7.
Eagles are clinched, which means they must have a tiebreaker to the Saints, right? So the Saints, even if they catch up,
They would
the Eagles
go
are
down.
still in?
Maybe.
But the 49ers might have the tiebreaker to the Eagles. But did the Saints beat the 49ers?
Listen, this is very confusing, and I don't. You know what? We can look it up. We have the technology. So you want to see who the Saints schedule?
Yeah.
Saints schedule.
Other than that, I guess it's conference games.
It's probably going to be conference games. So did they play
49ers.
Eagles? Okay, so the Eagles beat the Saints.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay, so that must be why. Even if the Saints win, the Eagles are still in.
And let's see the Eagles schedule. So the Eagles,
49ers.
they beat the Saints, and 49ers beat them. So,
Interesting. Okay, so that's why they would be in 6th if
Okay.
they got in.
all right, so if the 49ers stay inside, if they stay in the playoff picture, they would go up to number 6. The Eagles would drop down to 7, but they haven't clinched because I'm guessing the Saints have the tiebreaker against who?
The 49ers?
This is very confusing, man.
Okay, wait. 49ers lose, Saints win.
This is all very messy.
Same record. And
All right,
Saints,
listen.
I guess.
You know what? Let's just see the conference because it's probably going to be conference or divisional. And the Saints, I think, have a pretty solid conference record, right?
I think so.
NFL standings. Let's see that.
Did they beat the Bucks again twice? I think so, right?
I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Let's see. Standings, division standings. Okay, so
NFC.
the NFC's down here. Okay, so the Bucks have a stupid thing. Just open this up a little. Divisional 3-2.
Saints.
Yeah, that's the Saints. So if they win, they would go up to 4-2.
And the Niners got 1-4.
So it's the divisional thing.
Yeah, because conference is the same.
Yeah, and okay, so here's how it would go. If all teams end up at 9-7, so the Saints have to win
And
regardless.
not to mention, if the Niners lose and the Saints win, that's yet another divisional win and loss.
I know. So the Saints have to win no matter what, and if the Eagles and the 49ers lose, the Saints and the Eagles have a better divisional record than the 49ers, and that's why the 49ers are not clinched yet. They could still be out.
The Saints have a good shot because the Niners go up against the Rams.
Yeah, but the Niners have like whooped the Rams in the last 5 games that they played. So unfortunately,
any given Sunday.
for them, unfortunately, it's that they're going up against Trey Lance, or Trey Lance is their quarterback. So that's not great for them. I mean, but then again, Garoppolo wasn't great for them either. So you never know. The teams that I feel really bad for are the Ravens and the Saints. They should be in the playoffs, honestly.
Nah, fuck them.
All right, fine, whatever. Like they got
For the Saints, I do feel bad.
they got fucked over because of COVID. It's terribly bad
And it's
luck.
hilarious that so they got fucked over by COVID, and immediately after the NFL changed the rules for COVID.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, why are the Saints always on the wrong end of NFL rule changes?
It's brutal for them. So they have a matchup. It's not the craziest matchup in the world. It's the Falcons, but that's pretty much the games to watch are the Rams and 49ers and the Saints versus the Falcons. Now this actually changes things up here a little bit for the teams that are up. The seeding, honestly, to me, it doesn't really matter that much because if I'm all the teams that have already clinched, I probably just bench my starters. Why would you? What do you have to play for? You're not going to go up to number one, and which means that you're not going to have you're not going to get the bye week. The only team that actually might have a reason to play is the Rams, because if the Cardinals end up beating them, they would lose home field advantage.
Wait. Who has a better divisional record, the Cardinals or the Rams?
We can look that up. Again,
You know the Rams lost to the Niners, I think.
I hate this standings. All right, so we got Cardinals divisional 4-1, and the Rams 3-2. So yeah, the Cardinals would definitely have a better record because they would end up in 5-1.
So the Rams do have a reason to not lose to the Niners.
Yes. So that's the only team that actually has a reason not to lose. Everybody and the Cardinals.
The Cardinals
I guess,
have a reason to win.
Yeah. So,
Cowboys, they're sitting pretty, I think, because they lost to the Bucs.
Yeah, and they're going up against the Eagles. Nothing's going to change after that game. So
Wait, they lost to the Bucs. Can they overtake the Rams? No, because the Cardinals. If the Rams lose, the Cardinals go up, and then the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. So the Cowboys are going to stay down. They could overtake. No, they can't overtake anybody.
No, the
just bench everybody.
Yeah, the Buccaneers have a tiebreaker to them, so there's not really much for them to play for. Anyway,
Cowboys stay at 4.
so let's go. Let's break down all of last week's games. Some of them were pretty interesting. Most of them were not. But let's get into it. Let's begin with, the Bears taking on the New York Football Giants. Do you give a fuck about this game at all?
Well, it's funny how you said games were interesting and you started with maybe the least interesting.
Well, it was the first game of the week. What am I supposed to do? The Bears whooped the New York Giants 29-3.
The New York Football Giants.
Embarrassing. Freaking Montgomery did like a 90-something yard run touchdown, which is insane.
Love that, man.
Yeah, so Eric, you had the Bears. I had the Bears as well. By the way, for those of you who don't know what we were doing, pretty much every week, Eric and me, we've been picking teams to whichever team we think is going to win that particular week, and we get a point if the team wins. So far we're tied up at 62.5 because there was a tie there, and you get half a point for a tie. And so we're continuing that right now. At the end of the season, whoever gets the most points gets to slap the other one. So that's, in case you were wondering what the fuck we're talking about, that's what we're talking about. So Bears Giants, snooze fest. Next we have the Jaguars getting beat down by the New England Patriots. What's the final score, Eric? Do you know what the final score was?
Well, I think they definitely had the over. It's 50-10.
50-10. My boy Harris just ran up and down the field. The Jaguars didn't even show up. I don't think anybody told them there was a game.
Listen, 2 games lost in a row, and Belichick going up against the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a slaughter. And so the Patriots needed this badly. They needed to get back into rhythm of things. They needed a win because they could have been out of the playoffs, if they'd lost 2 in a row. And the Dolphins are not an easy win. They're not a guarantee. So not only do they show up to kill people. They murderers. So
Belichick was like, you will put respect to my name.
Next, probably...
we both get the point.
Yeah, we both get the point. All right, so poor Eric gets a point. Dario gets a point. Now, next, probably the saddest game of the week. The Rams versus the Ravens in Baltimore. The Baltimore Ravens losing by a point again. This is like the 4th time that they lost by 1 or 2 points in 4 weeks. It's insane.
And I'll tell you what, the Rams are not going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, they can't get their shit together.
No, look, I love Matty Stafford. He's a great quarterback. He throws way too many picks.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger.
Yeah,
he's a gunslinger.
You can't give the ball away that much in the playoffs.
And here's the thing: the Ravens were hungry, man. Their team that did not want to be out. They had terrible luck. not just with losing Deshaun Jackson, Lamar Jackson, because that was actually pretty predictable, because the dumbass keeps running straight into people. That was always going to happen. He was always going to get injured. But losing the backup, Huntley, who's actually pretty good, to COVID against who they played, the Browns or something, in a winnable game. So let me just see their schedule here real quick. Ravens schedule. Like I said, they've lost against good teams by a point. They lost against the Green Bay Packers by a point. They lost against the Green Bay Packers by a point. The Bengals did whoop them. But the game for the Browns,
that was the COVID game.
Yeah, the COVID game against the Browns, they lost by 2 points.
The Ravens Bengals.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why did they lose against the Browns? Oh, this is when Lamar Jackson went down.
I think so.
Then they lost against the Steelers by a point. It's brutal. Honestly, it's brutal. They've been playing really fun to watch football, except against the Chargers.
Listen, to be fair, I think the Ravens deserved this. You want to know why?
Why?
Move up the schedule. You remember this?
19-17 against the Lions.
When Tucker broke the record for the field goal.
they used up all their luck.
Yeah, the Lions cursed them from henceforth.
We're gonna use up you're gonna use up all your luck there. You're gonna make history.
Fuck you, that was our game to win.
Yeah. You're gonna make history, but fuck you. So yes, not looking for good for the Ravens. Honestly, I feel bad for them. I feel bad, but you know what? Go fuck yourselves.
I don't feel that bad.
Oh, it's one of those things that, you remember last week I was super pissed and I was saying the Chargers should not be there. Like, if there's a team that should be there, I think if in the playoffs, it should be the Ravens. However, unfortunately, the Chargers are now in the situation where if they lose, the Raiders get in, and fuck the Raiders. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Ravens. Like, if I could, I'd be like, yeah, Ravens deserve it instead of the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's death, taxes, fuck the Raiders.
Yeah, so it's the Raiders. I can't accept that. Anyway, so sorry, you lose. Next, on a nail biter, the Buccaneers beat the Jets in New Jersey.
We both get the points for the Rams.
28-4. That was exciting, and we already broke down why. A historic game in many ways. So,
and it was actually a good game.
It was actually fun. It was close at the end. Tom Brady closing it out with a touchdown. It was like a 40-yarder or something.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. So the Buccaneers are still alive and well. They just
I think they went for the 2-point conversion too, right?
Just to fuck with them.
yeah, fuck Brady's like, no, fuck the Jets.
It's like you think you can get a field goal? Fuck you. So the Jets are not playing bad football lately. They just, they went up against Tom Brady, and Tom Brady knows how to break their hearts.
The Jets showed why they have the records that they have.
It's actually pretty funny. You watch? Have I told you this about Curb Your Enthusiasm?
You didn't say anything.
All right. Okay. I was just wondering if I've told you this. So in Curb Your Enthusiasm, there's an episode where a guy, one of Larry's friends, for those of you who know, Larry David is is the creator of Seinfeld, and so a guy that he just met with, he's super pissed. He's angry. He's talking about the Jets. Like, oh man, the fucking Jets, all this stuff. Next thing that he hears about that friend, he killed himself. And so everybody's like, well, what happened? Like, the fucking Jets. The fucking Jets. They took another one. So I guess it's a thing. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills beating down on the Falcons, Eric's favorite team, his number one, his bestie. Yeah, it was actually, for a minute there, it looked kind of bleak, but then all of a sudden the Falcons remember that they can't play in the second half.
You remember my pick?
What was your pick? Fuck the Falcons. So you get a point there. The Bills beat them easily, 29-15. I believe that's how they clinched still haven't clinched their division, have they?
No, because they're tied.
Yeah. Next.
But they do have the easier route with the Jets.
Yes. Next, we have the Chiefs getting beat by the best wide receiving duo in the league, the hottest quarterback in the league, next to Herbie. We got Joe Burrow.
Bengals got hot.
Dude, they got hot at the right time. They've been dropping points like crazy. They beat the Chiefs in a not easy game, but they had to close it out. And because of that, now the Titans are actually in the driver's seat in the AFC. So the Bengals are a scary team. They're actually legit scary.
The only thing, they don't
have an indoor practice facility.
They don't have an indoor practice facility, and it's Burrow's first time in the playoffs.
There's always that, but the kid's been playing ball. Like, honestly, this is his first full season, and he's getting better as the season has gone on. So
he's not getting hit as much.
That is a big factor. That is a big factor.
Plus,
So,
not having that indoor practice facility
gets
means
him ready for the cold.
and it means there's no spreading COVID.
That's
Because
true.
it's all outdoors.
They haven't had a single COVID issue
Yeah.
because it's outside.
That
Brilliant.
owner is playing 4D chess.
That man, he keeps, he keeps being 10 steps ahead. Anyway, next.
Oh, you get the point there. I got the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. I get a point. You don't get a point. Sucker.
You think I'm upset that the Chiefs lose?
Yes. Next, we have the Titties, the Tennessee Titans,
Give me the
beating
titties.
down, destroying the Miami Dolphins. This is actually a game that we cared about because last week the Dolphins were in the playoffs and the Chargers weren't. Now that the Titans beat down on them, the Dolphins are out. They're eliminated.
I told you the Dolphins.
Mathematically.
I told you the Dolphins were a paper tiger, man.
They were on a 7-game winning streak, and I don't think that they're a paper tiger. I just think that the Titans are that good. That defense is that scary. And honestly, like they were having issues in the first half. The second half, they just exploded.
The Dolphins would have lost against the Saints if it hadn't been for COVID.
Yeah, that is true. They did get lucky.
They've gotten pretty lucky with a lot of situations.
Pretty lucky.
And
but
the
yeah,
Titans are going hot.
they're hot. They're getting hot at the right time. They might get a bye week. They might get
have
the best
return of the king.
They might get the best running back in the league back. So they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty
Damn, that division has the two best running backs.
good. Yes. They're gonna destroy each other. Can you imagine if they just ran against each other like that?
As fast as possible.
I think Derrick Henry would take it. He's a Ninja Turtle man.
Who do you think is faster?
I think Taylor's faster. I think Derrick Henry's unstoppable. Like once he's in a stride, you can't stop the man.
I think the thing Taylor has is that he's just smart. Like he has like quick cat reflexes. He goes around people.
He's short. He's strong, and he's a quick cutter.
Yeah.
So
Henry just like runs through people.
He's like, oh, it's like, oh, what do you mean by cutting? You just push people out of the way. You just embarrass them.
I love that commercial where it's like a video game, Derrick Henry, and he's just running,
carrying people
and the
around.
guy's like the Rams just like following him, and he's just running on a treadmill. He's like, "Hey, you're gonna be long? Yeah, it's gonna be a while, man."
Oh man, he's a scary Ninja Turtle man.
King Henry will return.
Next, we have the upset of the week: the Las Vegas Raiders beating the Indianapolis Colts that were on a hot streak. They took down the Patriots. They took down the Cardinals. And all of a sudden, they lose against the Raiders in Indianapolis? What the fuck was that? And now the Colts might not make it to the playoffs? What the fuck happened?
You think they got complacent?
It was like a trap game?
It could be, or I mean, the Raiders still had everything to play for.
I mean, the Raiders are on a technically they're on a streak because they beat the Broncos last week. Not that impressive.
Come on.
They beat the Colts, which is actually an impressive win. They beat the Browns and
they got embarrassed by the Chiefs.
Yeah, so they're kind of in a streak. And they beat the Cowboys not too long ago. So.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was in Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that game was funny.
The heartbreaker. So it's one of those teams that I don't know what's up, but I'm planning to go to Las Vegas to watch their final game of the season against the Chargers. I'm honestly good because it's gonna be like a game that matters. But if the Chargers lose, it'll be that 100 times worse because you're in enemy fucking territory. They're gonna throw shit at me. Oh, yeah. I know it, and I don't mean like they're gonna throw debris. I mean actual pieces of shit. They're gonna throw that at us. I can already see it.
They're gonna throw us Raiders fans.
Yeah. That's oof. Oh my god.
Fuck the Raiders.
Yeah, fuck the Raiders. Next, we have the Eagles securing their playoff position by beating down on the Washington football team. It
was a close one. They managed to come back.
The Washington football team looked like it was good. They were going to come back, but that interception at the end closed things out. Now the Eagles are sitting pretty. They basically have a bye week because they can't go up anymore and they can't go down anymore. So they're just going to be like, you know what? I'll just bench everybody. That's what I'd do. Next, wait, who'd you have here? You had the Eagles. I had the Eagles. Okay, so both of us had the Eagles. We had the most beautiful man in all the NFL, and Eric was actually there to see him do it.
Hell
Eric,
yeah.
The Chargers beaten down, embarrassing the Broncos. Tell us about that game. Again, you were there at SoFi. How was it? What was the experience?
Well, first off, SoFi is a beautiful stadium that makes no sense. Just the structure of it.
Okay.
It was really hard to find our seats. But once we found them, yeah, it's a really freaking cool stadium, and I'm gonna give them credit. They've managed to accumulate quite the fan base.
Really? They actually have fans.
There was a surprising amount of blue.
Do they have home field advantage though?
I mean, it was the Broncos, so maybe not a lot of people traveled because the Broncos are dead. So, it was, if it was a game that mattered to both teams, I could see it being more of a 70-30 kind of thing.
Okay.
Which is better than they've done in the past.
Honestly, yeah.
And just credit to the actual production of the whole thing. They manage to get you excited for the Chargers. They make the players feel like superstars and all that.
Okay, that's cool.
And everybody in that stadium loved Herbie.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody
he's
was popping for everything. Like
he can throw a 60-yard touchdown in 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's even Superman's like, that boy good.
I was having a good hair day, and even I had to be like, he's got better hair. That man beautiful.
And the Chargers look good. They look back to form. They look like a team that could actually contend in the playoffs. The only problem is that it went against the Broncos. But the Broncos beat them early in the season, so...
Look, the good thing is the Chargers are getting pretty much all of their good players back.
Okay, that's important.
Like,
Bosa's back. James is back. The wide receivers are there, I think. Yeah. So, it's a team that if they get hot...
Jared Cook was out, which was a good thing.
So, if the Chargers, they can get their shit together, and they continue to use their fucking kicker, they could actually go somewhere in the playoffs.
Hopkins made every kick.
Look at that.
Look
at that fucking insanity. It looks like the Chargers would actually go up, as things stand right now, they're probably going to be the 7th seed. It looks like they are probably going to go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. So honestly, I think that's in their favor. They beat them over there earlier in the season.
And they should have beat them
this time
SoFi
if they've used their kicker once.
So
once.
Honestly, out of the how many teams are there? Out of the 7 teams,
7 teams in the playoffs?
Yeah, how many are there?
Well, 7 teams. Yeah, there's 7 seeds.
Well, out of the 6 teams that can go against the Chiefs in the playoffs, I think the Chargers are among like the top 2 who can take them down.
So let me see. The Titans, the Bengals.
I think the Titans lose to the Chiefs.
Really?
I think so.
With Derrick Henry?
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Listen. Okay.
I think.
All right. The Chiefs are not as scary as they were a season ago. Like, not even close.
They still win, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And I think they just lost the left tackle. I don't know if he's going to go down for the season. Actually, let me see. Chiefs left tackle. And left tackle, for those of you who don't know, is kind of the most important guy. He's the guy who protects the injury. Left tackle. I'll play wherever. Joe Thurney on stepping in at left tackle. The Chiefs' eldest starting offensive lineman is willing to do whatever it takes to win. Blah blah. Starting left tackle Orlando Brown pregame warm-ups and didn't return with the team. Prompted the Chiefs to move. Blah, blah. They don't say anything if he's going to be playing or not. But let me just look it up.
But okay, so there's people in those positions playing hurt.
Yeah. News. Let's check out news. Orlando Brown return allows Kansas City to breathe easy. Okay, so he did come back. So, well, we'll see, but he's playing hurt. Anyway,
yeah.
Point is, that O-line is not as good as it was last season. And so, honestly, the Chiefs are just not scary to me at this point. They're still good, but they're not the unstoppable offensive force that they were a season ago. And last season, at this time of the season, the defense was insane. They were playing their eyes out. And so... not so much.
They've taken their foot off the pedal a bit, but they're still
a contender.
They're still like my top 3 making to the Super Bowl teams in the AFC.
Meh, sure. Next, we have the Texans losing to the San Francisco 49er, and against that man, Trey Lance, 23-7. The guy did not look terrible, but he didn't have to do much. He didn't look great either. So, do you think the 49ers have a chance of standing up against the Rams?
You got a good defense.
Honestly, they're gonna need it. What kind of a dumbass tattoos family on his arm? Like, seriously. Honestly, I hate this guy.
Maybe he's a Fast and the Furious fan.
You know what? Okay, I'll accept that. But just because of that, I hate him. Like, look, what kind of a dumbass does that? Well, you gonna forget you have family? Like, what family? Like, at least do Lance or something. Like your family last name.
I've seen worse.
Of course, there's worse tattoos out there. There's always a worse
What's the other
tattoo.
thing he's got? Oh,
There's like a star.
wait, no, it says something.
AFNE.
AFNE.
Let's just see.
Afni?
Trey Lance arm tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Is this going to help confirm whether or not he's a dumbass?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Images. Is it this guy? I don't think. All right. He's got family. Is that called the forearm?
Yeah.
Let's see. Why the hell did it take so many stupid pictures?
These are not. That's not even Trey Lance. Go to all.
Oh, is it a Bible verse? All?
Yeah.
Trey Lance tattoo, port photography, Pinterest. I don't think that's it.
You wouldn't think it'd be this hard to find.
It's right there. All right, do you see it?
What does that mean?
Do you see it?
What does it say?
Let's get in there. Ah, god damn it.
I like how you're doing that. You don't even have it full screen.
Shut up. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care that much anymore. So the point is,
Yeah, Trey Lance sucks. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, we wasted too much time trying to figure out something that honestly doesn't even matter.
Yeah, he played
For football.
good, but it's the Texans, so it's hard to say.
Not impressive.
We
Next,
will see how he does against the Rams.
we have the Lions getting beat down by the Seahawks, but this wasn't fair because the Lions didn't even have their starting quarterback, and it was like,
Also, it's probably Russell Wilson's last game at home as a Seahawk.
really?
Well, that's what they say.
Didn't he just like renegotiate and he wanted to be like, I want to be a bigger part of the organization? And guess what? You're fucking losing.
Well, he's not.
Well, you're fucking losing. Anyway, no, this game didn't matter. Nothing matters here, so let's move on. Next, we have the Cardinals taking down the Cowboys. And let me see, who had the Cowboys? Who had the Cowboys? I think you had the Cowboys. Did you have the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You had the Cowboys. And who did I have?
I mean, I know we tied for the week, so I don't care.
Yeah, I had the Lions because that cost me a point. Yeah. But I had the Cardinals, so suck it. Told you, man. The Cowboys are Jekyll and Hyde team of the NFL. One week they're hot, the next week they're not.
They were kind of bringing it back at the end.
The Cardinals' defense is pretty solid, and they kind of let out their foot off the pedal at the end, but they solidly closed that out. And apparently, Kyler Murray does not lose in
Dallas?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. So it's like, all right, well, good for him. Next,
Make him the QB.
yeah. So this victory and this loss made things interesting in the NFC, at least for seeding wise. Not too much, but a little bit.
I don't trust the Cowboys for a playoff run, man.
No.
They're too hot and cold.
And they just lost Gallup, so we'll see. I mean, they still have like two pretty good guys out there, but
they got a hell of a team.
Yeah, but still. Next, we have the Panthers losing to the Saints. Are the Saints good? Are they? I mean, they have a solid defense, but
Well,
do you think they're gonna make it?
I don't like Taysom being the main guy.
Why?
I don't know. Look, he's a guy who can win you some games, but to me, he's always been the better as that surprise, like, he's like your
Ace in the hole.
Yeah, he's an ace in the hole kind of guy. He's like,
is
you
he
bring him
gonna
in
be-
for a surprise.
Is he gonna be a tight end? Is he gonna throw the ball? What the hell is happening? So yeah, they really. I mean, it sounds weird to say, but they need Jameis back. Freaking Jameis Winston.
Or even Simeon.
Simeon over Taysom Hill?
I would have them both.
Well, yeah, because it opens up your options.
Yeah.
So there you go. With that victory, the Saints stay alive in the playoff race, and honestly, they should be in the playoffs if it wasn't because of their stupid bad luck with COVID.
Because of their stupid bad luck. Period.
Yeah, and the NFL hating them.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Vikings losing to the Packers, and talk about terrible luck too. They played without Kirk Cousins, the last team to beat the fucking Green Bay Packers, and they lose the starting quarterback.
They're gonna have primetime Cousins.
You never know. But the point is, the Vikings.
I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not a mystery anymore.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's like, man, terrible luck again. It's just terrible fucking luck. There's some teams that are just cursed.
Yeah.
They were alive. They were a contender. They could have made it into the playoffs. They still had things to play for. And you lose a bunch of players because of the stupid COVID rules. Brew. And you didn't even sneeze once. Brutal.
And the Packers just bulldozed over them.
Yeah, it wasn't even funny, except it really was.
It basically cemented Rodgers as the MVP, I think.
You think?
Did you not see that fucking game?
I did. But, I mean, because Cooper Kupp's been having a crazy good season, and Jonathan Taylor's having a crazy good season, and Tom Brady's having a crazy good season. So, I don't think it's a gimme, to be honest. But next, the final
Especially
game of the
because
week.
you know they don't want to give him the MVP.
Exactly. Honestly, I think they would give it to him. I would give it to him. I think it's what I'm trying to say. But both of you and I had the Packers, and in the final game of the week, we had Big Ben's last game in Pittsburgh, and they beat down on the Browns. And by beat down, I mean literally almost killing. What's the fucking guy's name? I forget his name.
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, getting tackled like 10 times. Like, I'm sorry, not tackled. Sacked 10 times.
Dude, friggin'... oh, wait, is it JJ or TJ? It's TJ,
TJ
right?
tying the record for most sacks in a game.
Dude, TJ was literally pointing and laughing at Mayfield during the game. And he was like, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, listen, TJ was like, I don't know. Like, the record for sacks in a season is like 22 and a half. TJ was at 14 at the start of the game. He ended up at like 20. So he had like I don't know, 4 or 6 sacks. But either way, having a sack in a game is not easy. Like Joey Bosa's had like 9 sacks in the entire season. So it's not an easy thing to do. And here they hate Baker Mayfield or something? I don't understand what the Browns were doing. They were still kind of in it. They were still kind of in contention.
No, the Browns were out.
They were out at that point?
Yeah.
I mean, you have an opportunity to embarrass your rival who's been destroying you for years on his final game at home, and you decide, you know what? We're a running team. We're a very solid running team. Our like pass protection is not that great, so we're just gonna throw the ball the entire fucking game
with our quarterback whose entire left side is broken.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
I buy into the conspiracy theory
that they want to kill Baker Mayfield.
That they want to. Who's the coach for the Browns?
I don't know.
The Browns.
I forget his name. Yeah, but it's
basically the Browns coach wanted to expose Mayfield in this game. So that they don't have to pay him next year.
Okay.
The argument right now is that we got to keep Mayfield and pay him because he's the only quarterback that's ever taken us to the fucking playoffs.
Okay.
Which is a fair argument, and he almost got him this year.
Yeah.
But I think the coach doesn't want Mayfield. So he kind of wanted to throw him out there right now when he can't really play and expose him to show the fans like, hey, look, like now you got a bunch of tape of Mayfield fucking sucking.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm not saying shit about Mayfield because the dude took the punches. I'm saying shit about the play calling. You're the dumbass. Like that's terrible play calling.
Listen. The only thing I don't believe about that conspiracy theory is that the Browns coach is smart enough to think about it.
It's a point. It's a point. But anyway.
Even Peyton Manning, the whole game, he was like, why don't you fucking run it with Nick Chubb?
It makes no fucking sense.
Every time he touches the ball, he gets yards.
It makes no fucking sense. So there you go. That's how. And this is the playoff picture again, how it's looking after all that. So again, the only games that truly matter this week. Actually, we'll just go through the games. It'll make it easier.
Yeah.
So first game of the week. We have 2 games on Saturday.
Go with the points.
Oh, right. Let's do the points first. So
who didn't get the point on Monday?
I did not get the point on Monday. I expected the Browns to not beat the Browns.
You went for the dirty Browns.
Yeah. So you ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which brings you up to 75.5. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which brings me up to 75.5. So we're still fucking tied up after all that shit.
If we're tied next week, do we go into the playoffs?
We go into the playoffs.
Or are we going to go into the playoffs regardless?
I was planning the playoffs being like a double or nothing scenario.
Well, it might not be the case.
I guess not. It's getting pretty bleak out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's begin. So we got the Chiefs taking on the Broncos in Denver, which is a factor. The balls just fly out there.
Yeah.
So, Eric, you get first pick. Who do you like for this game?
Give me the Chiefos.
Chiefs, why?
Well, the Broncos suck. I just saw them play live. They suck.
They
Drew
suck.
Lock sucks. He's bad at football.
All right.
Sucks.
It's terrible.
And he's a piece of shit. You see him, like, give the little thumbs up to Bosa?
You give a thumbs up to Bosa?
Yeah, he was being, like, sarcastic about it and stuff. Like, hey, look, and he's a piece of shit. He's almost as bad as Travis Kelce.
There's going to be two massive pieces of shit on the field that day.
Hate that man.
And neither of them is Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's fine.
Yeah, he's a good Christian boy. I don't know. The Chiefs don't have much to play for.
What are you talking about? They could make the 1 seed.
That is true.
And it's going to be the first game,
it's gonna
so
be the
they're
first
not
game.
even going to know.
Yeah, you know what? You convinced me. The Chiefs. Next, we have the Cowboys taking on the Eagles in Philadelphia.
Interesting.
Neither team has much to play for, to be honest. So, but it's all about who has less to play for. And I think that the team that has less to play for is the Eagles. The Cowboys may want to at least make some kind of statement here. They don't want to go in with a loss, especially how they lost against the Cardinals, who they may face in the playoffs in the first game. So I think, do you want to rest them?
Well, both teams, their positions are set in stone.
Yeah.
Like, they're not moving up or down.
So they have to win based off of hate.
Which is a motivator.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give it to the Cowboys just because, again, they're hot and cold. They're supposed to be their hot week.
That's my same. I go Cowboys.
All right. Next, we have the Washington football team taking on the New York Football Giants. Eric, who do you love in this game?
Well, I mean, I don't like the Giants, so give me the Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington. I think they're getting a name on February.
All right. Yeah. I don't like either team.
What do you think is going to be their name?
Redskins.
I thought wouldn't it be? That'd be funny.
The Crimson Skins.
That's what I was going to say.
That'd be fucking awesome. It's just like, fuck all you guys.
It kind of reminds me of the Chris Rock bit. You know,
you're gonna say it. You're gonna say it. You're gonna say it.
Like the New York, you know.
You're gonna say it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Why are you not gonna say it?
Because I know this is being recorded.
I know we're live. I'm not that stupid.
I haven't drank that much.
Yeah. So, I think the Washington football team's just overall better, and the Giants are imploding, and I don't even think they have their starting quarterback. So, fuck them. Next,
Yeah, fuck the Giants.
we have the Bengals taking on the Browns.
Give me the Browns.
Browns. What do you like?
Give me
Bengals? Do they have much to play for?
I like the Bengals.
So the Bengals right now, I don't think they can go.
They can go
Well,
up.
they can go up.
Chiefs lose,
But they go up to 2. What the fuck does that do?
they play a worse team.
Maybe.
They already beat the Chargers.
No, they lost against the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the Bengals wants to go up against the Chargers, but I don't think they want to go against the Colts either.
I don't want to go against the
I don't
Colts.
think they want to go against the Patriots. This actually,
They got. Look, the AFC's got stuff to play for.
yeah. So, who do you like?
Give me the Bengals.
Bengals.
Honestly, because the Browns just suck right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Baker is going to be feeling that. I mean, it's a short week for them. He played on Thursday, and so I know he played on Monday. So I think he's still going to be feeling that. They almost killed the man. So next we have one of the games that actually matters this week: the Steelers and the Ravens in Baltimore. I think I have to go first. Interesting. Let's see if Lamar Jackson comes back, because I think he had the possibility to return.
I don't think so.
Let's see, news.
Has chance to play.
He's had a chance to play for a really long time.
Not practicing.
All right.
Game time decision.
Listen, I haven't believed in the Steelers this entire fucking time, and I'm not gonna start believing on them now. I think that they had like a massive emotional game last week. It was like Big Ben's big goodbye. It's really awkward to come back afterwards and be like, hey,
But if you saw them play, they still suck.
yeah.
Like,
So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think it's a team that's still hungry. Like the Ravens should have thrown in the towel so many times, but they never did. They kept fighting, even with a third string quarterback. They were trying to do it. So
Also, Huntley's pretty good.
Huntley's pretty good. I think dude's gonna be a starting quarterback next year. And it would have surprised me.
Some other team,
it would have
maybe.
surprised me if it's in Pittsburgh, to be honest. So
Yeah, give me the Birds.
you got the Birds.
I feel like the Steelers, they got the last football out of their system for the
It was
season.
too emotional. Again, short week,
And I mean,
and the Ravens are hungrier.
Ben still sucked in that game.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the only good player there, well, there were two. There was Najee Harris, who carried the entire offense.
Yeah.
And there was TJ Watt, who carried the defense.
pretty much. And
That was it.
And the Browns just not blocking.
And the Browns being the Browns.
Yeah. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers against the Detroit Lions.
And supposedly, Rodgers is going to play.
Let me just see, because he might just be trolling them.
It's possible. He said he wants to play. That's what he said.
Okay, so it's not set in stone.
Yeah, LaFleur might be like, yeah, well, fuck you.
I mean, Aaron can want a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But doesn't mean he's going to get it. I mean, if he's... Listen, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, this is the season that I want the MVP more than anything.
Wait, what's this?
All right, Aaron Rodgers won't land MVP vote from one validator who believes Packers QB is biggest jerk in the league. That doesn't fucking matter, guy. That doesn't... All right, so the headline again. Aaron Rodgers won't land MVP vote from one of the validators who believes Packers QB is the biggest jerk in the league. Doesn't matter. It's whether or not you're the most valuable player in the league.
Also, Ben Roethlisberger is literally a rapist.
Was he convicted? I don't think he was convicted.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was convicted. I don't think he went to jail, but
So then he's not convicted.
I'm just saying. If you're gonna call
Also,
quarterbacks jerks,
also, being a criminal doesn't make you a jerk. There's some pretty charming criminals out there.
OJ was very charming.
Yeah, see, there you go. So
Who
you could say that there's, like
Also, he's not worse than Drew Lock.
giving a thumbs up. What a piece of shit.
Fuck you,
What
Drew
a
Lock.
piece of shit. Anyway, let's see. News. Sorry, Aaron Rodgers, but I hope this spreads. Aaron Rodgers responds to the after MVP comment, blah, blah, blah. So it's all about the stuff, but nothing about if he's going to play. Week 18. Let's see. Announces his plans for Week 18 game. Okay. Oh, so here you go. Breaking news. Is still dealing with partially fractured pinky toe. It didn't seem to bother him doing blah, blah, blah. Okay, despite his Packers clinching number one seed in the NFC, Aaron Rodgers plans to play on Week 18 versus Lions to end the season on a high note.
Yeah, I tell you, man, they want to keep the momentum going.
All right, listen. If Aaron Rodgers is playing, I'm not going up against. You know what? I want him to win the MVP. So there you go, Packers. I pick Packers.
I mean, I'm getting the Packers regardless because I'm pretty sure even what's his name, Love, Jordan Love.
You mean Goff?
No, Jordan Love.
Oh, the backup.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
I think they could win with him.
All right. Next, we have the Colts taking on the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Another game.
One of the most interesting games of the season.
Another game that matters. Now, it's interesting because for some reason the Colts cannot win in Jacksonville. However, Jacksonville has nothing to play for. The only reason for them to win is if they want to give up, what is it, the number one overall draft pick. Do they hold it right now? I think so.
They're at 2 wins, right?
Yeah. So let me see.
If they lose, they have the number one. Because the Lions also have 2, but they have a tie.
You know what? It's here. It's here. It's all the way Jacksonville. Yeah. So
They want to lose.
they want to lose. So you get to pick first.
But they're the Jaguars. They're very stupid.
Listen, yes, they're not smart.
But neither are the Lions. The Lions are still trying to win, too.
Yeah, but the Lions are trying to build a culture. They want to build a winning culture.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars don't even have a fucking head coach or anything.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
You want the Colts?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, same thing. I agree. Team that just lost badly against the Raiders. And by that I don't mean that they got blown out. I mean that it was a bad loss for them.
Yeah, because otherwise they would have been in.
Yeah. So they want to get into the playoffs for a really long. They looked like the hottest team in football until they lost to the Raiders. You want to get that momentum going again. We'll see how it goes. Next, we have the Bears going up against the Vikings. It's a game that doesn't matter. So is Cousins going to play?
Probably. It's just COVID.
Yeah, Cousins.
COVID.
Week 18. We'll start Week 18 against the Bears. So, man.
Do we have Big Dick Nick?
Big Dick Nick. Let's see. Is Nick Foles playing? I don't think so. News. Q&A. Franchise opt out. Blah, blah, blah. Nick Foles lead the Bears comeback win of the season. Nope. Nothing. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Big Dick Nick. Who do you like?
There's no Big Dick Nick. Give me the Cousins. Yeah.
You know what? We've had the same ones this whole time. I'm gonna go with the Bears just so that we go a little bit different.
Oh man, the Vikings are gonna sink me, aren't they?
you're hitching your wagon to the Vikings. Next, we have the Titties taking on the Houston Texans. The Titans versus the Texans.
Tennessee Titty.
And Houston. The Titans still have to. They're still playing for the 1 seed. The Houston Texans are. I don't know what they're doing.
They're trying to see if Mills is a good quarterback.
I guess maybe. I go first. I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans on this one.
I love me some titties.
I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans on this one.
Love me some titties.
Again, if they get that week 1 bye, or that wild card weekend bye, that team fucking terrifying if Derrick Henry comes back and he has like a week extra to rest. So there you go, Eric.
Yeah, give me the titties. Come on. What
Titans.
are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Man, what you talking about, man?
Return of the King. Here we go.
Next, we have the Saints taking on the Falcons. Do I even need to ask?
I mean, fuck the Falcons.
Fuck the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I'm torn. You know what? The Saints actually have something to play for, but they're a very different team in the dome and out of it. And
are they? I don't know if they have that good of a record this year.
What?
In the dome.
Oh, yeah, true. Little boxes. The Titans lost to the Texans earlier this season. So, yeah, it's not a gimme.
Yeah, but at this point of the season, it's a pretty different...
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I don't know how I feel about... All right. Okay, I agree with you. I'm going to go with the Saints. Just because they still
I
have
didn't
something
go
to
with
play
the
for.
Saints. I said fuck the Falcons.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for misinterpreting you. Next, Seahawks versus the Cardinals in Arizona. So, interesting situation here.
Interesting because Arizona doesn't win in Arizona.
Yes. And also interesting because, well, you're saying this could be Russell Wilson's last game as Seahawk? Actually, let's see. Russell Wilson. What's he up to? Because I haven't heard anything about that controversy.
Yeah, looking for
Henry
trade.
won't play, by the way. He's being activated to practice. So, yeah, but the point is they're getting him back.
For the playoffs.
For the playoffs, yeah.
I'm pretty sure without Henry, they can still beat the Texans.
Yeah, could the Seahawks really trade Russell Wilson? Here are the cases, blah, blah. Off-season destinations, why the Bengals surprised, blah, blah. Seahawks Super wins.
New Orleans, an ideal fit for Russell Wilson.
All right, so this could be Russell Wilson's last game. So, do you want to end in a loss against a division rival or not? But then again, the Arizona Cardinals, they just have a massive victory against...
And if they win and the Rams lose, they get the second seed?
Yeah, and both teams are playing at the same time. So I think they just want to stay hot. They want to keep the momentum going. They want that home field advantage, even though they don't win at home.
Yeah, you probably don't want the home field advantage if you're the Cardinals.
I'm going to... it doesn't feel right, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Cards, yeah.
Cardinals, all right. Next, we have the Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Buffalo Soldier.
The Buffalo Bills were still competing against the Patriots to see who will win that division. Eric, who do you like? The New York Jets. They've been looking good the last few weeks. They've been looking good.
The Jets cause suicides. Give me the Bills.
You think they're going to make Bills fans commit suicide?
Give me the Buffalo Bildos.
I don't know. I need to look at this. Let's see.
Honestly, just because it's in Buffalo.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's cold.
It's cold, Jerry. It's cold.
I can't stand.
Let's see.
Look at this. Look at how they beat us.
Yeah, 24-28. They beat the Jaguars. They lost to the Dolphins. They lost to the Saints. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Texans. They lost to the Dolphins. They lost to the Bills.
They lost to the Colts.
Yeah, okay. Buffalo Bills. I mean, they looked good for the last couple of weeks, but yeah, you just can't trust the Jets. They're gonna make me kill myself. I don't need that. I don't need that being the reason. The Chargers are already getting close enough.
Yeah.
They keep breaking my heart. Next, We have the Panthers taking on the Super Bowl defending Super Bowl champs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Who are in a bit of a pickle.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, they're in a bit of a pickle. But considering that last week they just whooped them. And I mean whooped them. Well, not this. Yeah. Like week 16, they just gave them a whooping. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Because I'm pretty sure that Brady wants to make a statement to Antonio Brown. And the coaching staff wants to make a statement to Antonio Brown. And the Panthers have literally nothing to play for.
Bucaneros, per favor.
All right. Give me the Bucks. Next.
I think I know the one we're going to disagree on.
We have the New England Patriots against the Miami Dolphins in Miami. The Patriots still got something to play for. They could still clinch their division. They could still be the division champs. Or either way, they're still in the playoffs. So, Eric, who do you like? Who do you like?
Miami's good against the Patriots.
Miami historically, the Patriots historically have had issues with the Dolphins in Miami. What's your win percentage while picking winners? Lol. You know what? We should keep those stats.
Yeah.
We don't.
We don't know. We just count the positives.
You know what? Here's an idea. Count them and let us know. Just rewatch the videos. Count them and let us know.
The problem is we didn't start this until like what?
Yeah, we
week
started
4, week 5.
Yeah, we started like too late. Next season, all right. Next season we'll do it solid. We'll do it proper.
Actually, next season we want to also do a thing where we are also competing against a bot or something that is just picks games completely randomly.
Yeah,
and see how we add up.
Exactly. So it's going to be us trying to be smart and a thing randomly picking. So
or just a randomizer.
Yeah. So it's gonna be wild. Eric,
I think the Pats want to win.
We should do something specifically for the playoffs. I'm gonna think. What could we do specifically for the playoffs?
There's always money.
But what are we picking? Ask a child to pick or a grandma. Our grandma knows football. What you talking about, Willis?
I don't know. She always picks the Vikings. I don't know about that, Willis.
You know, I don't have an argument for that. Listen, I'm the guy who picked the Lions a bunch of times here.
And you didn't pick them the 1 week that they won, right?
The 2 weeks that they won. The 2 weeks that they won, I didn't pick them. I was like, fuck it. They've broken my heart so many times. And that's when they win. It's like, motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna think of something. See what game we could do for the playoffs. Because it could be like a draft.
A draft? Of what?
Yeah, like a draft of teams.
A draft of teams?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Willis?
All right, so I'm just doing crazy right now. So you pick a team, I pick a team. You pick a team, I pick a team. You pick a team, I pick a team. Or actually, we could do snake. So I pick a team, you pick 2 teams. I pick a team, 2 teams, you pick 2. And so we end up picking all 7 teams. And if they win, if your team wins the wild card round, you get a point. If your team wins and in the divisional round, you get 2 points. If it wins in the championship, you get 3 points. If it wins Super Bowl, 5 points. And so at the end of it,
even you can't keep up with your madness.
No, at the end of it, it's kind of like
your body's like, I can't handle this.
No, it's kind of what they do with fucking what's it called, the basketball thing, March Madness.
I've never seen that.
All right, so let's say, for example, all right, so let's say randomly, I pick the Green Bay Packers. Who do you pick?
Okay, Bucks.
I pick the Tennessee Titans.
Oh wait, so we can pick from both conferences.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I'd still go with the Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah. The Chiefs.
Okay. So, you got the Chiefs, right? And the Chiefs will play week 1.
Yeah.
And they go against the Chargers. And let's say I pick the Chargers.
Okay.
And so, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. So, you get a point there. And then the Chargers go up against the Bengals. And if the Bengals beat them, well, then I lose. You don't win nothing. But if you had the Bengals, you win 2 points there.
Well, then it doesn't make sense to pick the teams with the bye week.
Why not? Because they're the most likely to make it all the way to the end, and the end is where the most points happens.
Oh wait, so we keep those teams?
Yes, you don't lose them. You like, it's a draft for the rest of the playoffs.
I'm gonna need to see some charts after this. All right,
we'll discuss it.
Football math is the worst.
Listen, here's the thing: you need to see it.
Yeah, in order to understand. I need to visualize.
He's a visual man. He's a visual man.
Right now, I'm like, wait. But I don't want the Chargers.
What is this fucking mad lad talking about? Makes no bloody sense. Anyway, who do you pick? Patriots, Dolphins.
Give me Patriots.
Patriots. All right.
Think they want to win.
Yeah. Bill Belichick. Let me see the standings again. Patriots. They could still drop. Well, no, not against the Chargers, but against the Colts, because they have the. And they'd go up against the.
They are clinched, but I think they'd rather have home field advantage.
Yeah, they'd rather have the home field.
Then again, they lose a lot to Miami.
Bills also play there. Fuck. How did they do against Miami earlier in the season?
It was the first game, so does it really count?
Oh yeah, they lost. Damn it. First and last game of the season. That's actually fun.
Yeah.
I was in the same boat. Got like 4 wrong picking lines. Yeah, they just live to troll ya. It's really annoying. You know what? Just to do things differently, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
All right,
just to make things different. Next, we have the 49ers versus the Rams in LA. Eric,
I think this is one where we're gonna differ.
who do you like?
Well, you pick first.
I pick first? Okay. So, historically, the 49ers have beat the Rams a lot. The Rams have not looking great. Staffy's turning the ball over a lot. They are playing at home. Just because I think they have more to play for, I'm going with the 49ers.
Give me the Rams.
You want the Rams?
I like the Rams.
And
I mean, I don't really like the Rams, but
just to make a difference.
I don't trust the 49ers.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a coin flip. This is the most coin flip game of the week.
In the final game of the season, we got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers in Las Vegas. Win and in. I will most likely be at this game because it sounds fun as fuck. Eric, do I even have to ask?
Yeah, put the Raiders, obviously. Home field advantage. Give me the Chargers!
Give me the Chargers! Yeah, what will we do if they don't win?
Cry, probably.
Dude, I'm gonna get stabbed.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Honestly,
you're probably gonna get
scenario.
stabbed if they win too.
No, because I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be like, good game, good game, good game, good game.
Doesn't matter.
But the Raiders fans are a piece of shit.
Yeah,
they're not like that. They're gonna be like, ha, loser. Listen, it's a dangerous spot. Like, I would never have gone to a Raiders game in England, in Oakland, the Black Hole. Las Vegas, I think it's a classier joint, which is an odd thing to say. Las Vegas being a classier joint, so maybe. But nervous.
Also,
risky?
What are the odds for either team? Like, they're both playing good right now.
No, the Chargers just lost to Texans a week ago.
Right now, they're playing good.
Their last game was
they're literally
pretty good.
Last game was good.
Pretty good. I don't know. I just don't trust the Raiders. They don't even have a head coach. They lost.
Hey, they got the Paisan over there. They got the Italian guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be better than Gruden, right?
I mean, Gruden was doing pretty good.
Was he? They were still losing.
But they weren't. No, they were on a pretty hot streak. Like they started off the season pretty hot.
But then they started losing a lot.
Because they lost Gruden.
No, that happened later.
Let's see. Schedule. So they beat the Ravens. They beat Steelers. They beat the Dolphins. They lost against the Chargers. They lost against the Bears. So let's see. Week 4 is when it went down. So let's see. John Gruden. Raiders fired. Or
resigned.
Las Vegas reports emails. When was this? October 11th. September 19. Yeah. So yeah, literally after they lost against the Chargers.
No.
Oh, after they lost against the Bears. No.
So they started losing.
No. Following reports that emails. Right. When did John? Because maybe this is. 2018. Where is this stupid thing? Conference addresses the email in which you used blah blah blah. Do they say the date? Why don't they say dates here? Stupid. I've resigned as head coach. Blah blah. Okay. Statement issued by the team. This should give us the date. I've resigned. Blah blah. October 11th. So yeah, it was after 2 losses. So that he still had a winning record. So they were 3-2, which is not bad. You're still on a winning record.
I guess.
So, like I said,
I mean, I would have still let him go regardless because of previous seasons.
yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, it's too early in the season to actually tell.
Listen, he was the Andy Dalton. You know, good enough to make it to the playoffs maybe every now and then.
I don't know. To me, it looked like he was building up to something, but whatever. It doesn't matter. So there you go. That's it. Let's have a final look here at the playoff picture one more time. Games that matter. The Titans against the Texans. The Steelers against the Ravens. The Chiefs against the Broncos. The Bengals against the Browns. The Bills against the Jets. The Patriots against the Dolphins. And the most important game of the rest of this. Oh, the Colts against the Jaguars. The most important game of the rest of the season. The Chargers versus the Raiders. Win and in. No other game has that drama.
Honestly, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Rivals.
Hated rivals. At home. On the NFC side, basically, there's 3 games that matter. Eagles versus Cowboys. Well, actually, 49ers, Rams, Saints, Falcons. Those are the only games that really matter. So, there you go.
Well,
because the Saints can beat out the Rams.
If the Cardinals win and the Rams lose, that could matter.
Does it really?
Well, it does, because Cardinals go up.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, that's it. That's it for today. We'll see how it goes. I took some risks this week.
Put the thing on the screen.
What the thing on the screen?
Our points.
Man, I already closed that out. God fucking damn it. Let's see. Our picks. You want to see your picks?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. It's
So I
right
can
there.
remember. All right.
All right. I don't even know if you can even see it on the screen.
Yeah, you can. It's right there.
Can you?
Don't be a fool.
But it's all right. There you go. So
You acting a fool.
You're acting a fool. So there you go. You can see it. That's it for today. As always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Super Dario World on YouTube and on Twitch, streaming tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Again, easiest way for you to contact me is right there. If you want to send me something privately, you can do that on Instagram at Super Dario World and at DarioSDW. As always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.